Let's mark this quest. There it is. That's the boat. So let's see about this house that we bought. It is raining a lot, so let's try and go to the... What was it called, the name of the inn over here?
Have pity, beautiful lady.
The Bloated Float. Let's go on in. And then sleep the storm away, I suppose. I don't know why it's taking too long. The boats do take a long time. I'm now realizing that the other boat also took a long time to load. I think it's the mod that allows me to hear the weather when I'm inside. Hello.
What can I do for you? Well met. Welcome to the Bloated Float. She's the finest inn on the water in all Cyrodiil.
She's the only inn on the water. I need a bed.
There's a room, all right, and a fine room it is. Yours for the night for only 10 gold.
Nice hair indeed. I'll take it.
A wise choice indeed. You've never had a night's rest like this, I assure you. The room is down below deck. It's the door on the left.
Thanks.
Farewell.
Farewell. I'm going to sleep. Oh, that's her cabin. I'm very sorry. The Bloated Floated in deck is the one. This lock cannot be picked. You need a key. Huh. That's interesting that they would have a lock like that in here. The door is sealed and cannot be opened. Wait, what? Is it this one? It is this one. Anyway, let's say... Oh, look at the time. Good stuff. Not anymore. Let's say 16 hours. Sounds like a good time to wake up in the morning and just go check on our house. Your dreams of walking through the cool night air, or you dream of walking through the cool night air, and then you're a vampire. I have awakened to find that the Bloated Float has somehow put to sea with myself on board. I need to find the owner and discover what has happened. Yeah, I can hear... That's pretty ominous. I can hear the creaking of the boat. That is super ominous. What the hell? I need my spell here, my burning hand. I don't actually know where my why it's that one over there. In case he's an enemy.
Hey, who in Oblivion are you? You don't look like one of the Blackwater brigands.
Just a passenger.
What? I was told there are only 2 others on board. I locked the bouncer in the storage room, and she has the owner. So that leaves you. Now I'll ask again. Who are you?
I'm a member of your gang.
There's no one else in our group except the 4 of us. The Blackwater Brigands don't just take on new members out of the clear blue sky. When we formed the Brigands 3 months ago, I was told no more than a 4-way split on all the profits. So stop telling lies and tell me what you're doing here.
I'm not going to say. I don't know why I can't say it, but I'm not going to say.
Then perhaps my sword can find the words that your mouth cannot.
I have killed a thief named Lynch. Apparently he's a member of some group calling themselves the Blackwater Brigands. They must have hijacked the Bloated Float and put it out to sea. It appears that Lynch has locked the Bloated Float's bouncer in the storage room. I should search his body and see if there's a key to free him. I should also put on my torch so I can see in this darkness. Ebony longsword. That's properly good, actually. I'll take that. Lynch's instructions. And, of course, the storage room key. Because, of course, the journal wouldn't tell me that I should look for something if that something wasn't there. So let's read about Lynch's instructions here. Your instructions are to make your way to the bottom deck of the ship and secure all of the rooms there. Make sure you don't disturb Minx. She's to be left alone to do her assignment. Remember, after the ship is scuttled, we'll meet back in Breville in 3 days. Make sure you destroy this note after you memorize it. Clearly, he didn't memorize it on account of being dumb. But, that actually takes us to a different area, I think. It's not just a normal door.
About time someone showed up.
I know.
Thank you for freeing me. I'm Grumman Gromarad, the bloated float's bouncer and helmsman. I've been locked in that storage room for hours. I don't know exactly what's going on, but not long ago, a gang of thieves calling themselves the Blackwater Brigands stormed the ship. They took myself and Ormel, the float's owner, hostage and put the ship to sea. I have no idea what they're after. If you can get me safely to the top deck, I can steer the float home. But I'm not budging until the coast is clear. I'm used to dealing with drunken louts, not a gang of well-armed thieves.
Ah, don't worry, I got my burning hand. They're the Blackwater Brigands.
All I know is there seems to be 4 of them. They blindfolded me before they put me in here, so I didn't see much.
Yeah. What can you tell me about the Imperial City?
We rarely get real trouble here. The Watch puts a stop to rough stuff damn quick. I'm mostly ornamental at the bloated float. Makes folks happy.
Have you heard any rumors?
I understand Mandil has some rather nimble fingers.
I'm sure. What about the bloated float? What can you tell me about her?
The float has 3 decks. This deck is the inn deck. The next level up is the tavern deck. And then there's the top deck.
Okay.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Nah, I won't. Don't worry about it. I really, really won't. And you let me take all of your stuff? Well, I suppose if I'm saving you, might as well. Repair hammer is actually kind of welcome. Well, let's go upstairs. Excuse me. I'm here to murder?
Oh, there. Where do you think you're going? Celine's not going to like this one bit. I wasn't to be disturbed.
Lynch sent me up here.
Lynch set you up here? Why? Did he send you to talk to Celine?
No, he sent me to help you.
You are a liar. Lynch had specific instructions not to disturb me. Since you came from below decks, you must have gotten past Lynch. I swear you will not get past me.
I think I am. I think I am.
You'll never take me down.
I think I just did. I have killed a second thief. This one, a dark elf named Minx. Seems like these thieves are using strange code names, even though they seem normal names to me. The only useful bit of advice I discovered is that their leader seems to be named Celine. Probably a cold name as well. I should search her belongings for anything of use, then make my way to the top deck and secure the ship's wheel for Grayman. Or Grayman. Oh, thanks. I was just healing myself. A little bit. Yeah, that's what happened. Ooh, glass longsword. Top deck key. Absolutely, I'll take it. Rest of the stuff. Just leather stuff. Ooh, I can take your cheese. I can't believe I can take their cheese. They don't have marmalade, though. That's not a feature in this game. Blackberries. Those are enormous blackberries, though. These are such enormous blackberries. It makes sense that they would be big, though, because otherwise it'd be impossible to manage them. Is this the one? Yes, this is the spell. You're going over there? Is that where I'm supposed to go?
Top deck clear yet?
Maybe. I mean, it isn't clear. Look at that. We're out at sea. Huh. We're just on the deck. It's a very tiny...
Top deck clear yet?
I'm taking care of it, if you don't mind. You know how difficult things are in the ocean and whatnot. Oh, I can't go to the cabin. Can I go out through here? Huh. The lore cannot be picked. You need a key, it says.
Greetings, Argonian.
Hi. Fancy meeting you here.
What are you doing up here? They find the Golden Galleon yet?
I'm waiting orders.
Orders? Celine didn't tell me about this, and I don't remember her taking on someone else to help us find the Golden Galleon. When did all this happen?
Yesterday?
Liar! We never met yesterday. You're an intruder.
I am not.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm your death. I have slain yet another thief, this one a large Nord named Wrath. He was guarding the ship's wheel. He mentioned that they hijacked the bloated float to recover something called the Golden Galleon. I should now get Grammon and tell him that the path to the ship's wheel is safe. Huh. And another glass longsword. These things, they're pretty good. Let's just make sure everything is fine. We're up here in the castle. This is a really tiny ship. For being out at sea. I suppose you could be out at sea in a ship like this, for sure. I mean, as long as the helmsman was good. Not helmsman, actually. The who takes care of making sure the ship doesn't capsize.
Sounds like the coast is clear, so I'll make my way up to the ship's wheel. But I'm not moving this hulk an inch until Ormil is safe.
Yeah, don't worry. I think I need to find Celine.
I thought I heard an Imperial woman's voice while I was blindfolded. Other than that, I don't know much more about her.
Okay.
Be cautious. Their leader sounds dangerous.
It's also interesting that he says an Imperial woman's voice. Even though there is no reason for us to think... And actually, canonically, people don't have different voices based on race apart from the beast folk. Or tend not to, anyway. And people who... Actually, the Dark Elves do have a different voice, but I think it's because of the ashes. That's why they talk like this. It's the ash. But, of course, what he's acknowledging there is that every race has their own voice actors. And he heard... I don't actually know the name of the voice actress.
How'd you get in here?
Of her. I took the key from the Wrath.
Wrath? I told him to guard the wheel and not talk to anybody. Who are you?
I'm just a ship's cook.
There's no cook on board the bloated float. How dare you try and make a fool of me? After I deal with you, I'll feed your body to the slaughterfish.
No. Such terrible things. I have decided to kill Celine. I didn't, but sure. Now that she's dead, I should speak to Ormil. She is indeed dead. She also has a weapon called Blackwater Blade, which is a one-handed. It's a longsword. Absorb fatigue, which is pretty nice, actually. Ormil, what's up? My mind tells me I should talk to you. Excuse me.
Oh, thank goodness. That horrid woman kept threatening me. She said if I didn't come up with a loot, she'd throw me to the slaughterfish.
Yeah, well, these brigands...
Well, I'm afraid all of this was my fault. They hijacked the bloated float because of me. Business has been waning of late, so I invented a story. I fashioned a tale about a golden galleon that the previous owner hid within this very vessel. It was to be a statuette made completely of gold. At the time, the idea was quite clever, I thought. I figured the lore would draw more curiosity seekers and adventurers looking for the treasure. What could the harm be if while they were here, they bought a drink or two? My business has increased quite a bit since I leaked the story. Well, obviously, I was mistaken. It was a terrible idea. I'm just glad that no innocents were hurt. I wouldn't want to have their blood on my hands. Anyway, sorry to ramble. You better get below now and rest until we arrive safely at the Imperial City docks.
It's a little bit, I don't know, not irresponsible, but sort of inconsiderate of him to just say, oh, nobody got hurt. I got hurt. I got a few knives to the face. You should be thanking me. Although he did thank me a little bit. I think he thanked me.
I'm glad that you were on board to help rid me of them. If you hadn't been here, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, Celine is dead.
I'll turn over her body and the bodies of her compatriots when we arrive at the Imperial City. Don't let it trouble you, friend.
No, it wasn't compatriots. Compatriot means of the same country.
Please, go get some rest.
Yes, I know. I know. This game not knowing what compatriot means is unbelievable. The bloated float has arrived back at the Imperial City. I should speak with Ormil before I disembark. I should indeed. Whee! Jumping a little bit too much. Hey.
You're awake. Good. I didn't want to disturb you. I suppose you're wondering what I did with Celine. The authorities at the Imperial City took her off the ship as soon as we docked. I was also informed that there was a reward for her capture. Here you go. Don't spend it all in one place. Unless it's here, of course.
I was gonna say. Yeah, so the bloated float is good now?
Yes. The float is quite a vessel, don't you think? The only functioning tavern and inn on the water in all of Cyrodiil. Bought it maybe 10 years ago when it was decommissioned. Had to gut the whole thing to make room, but kept it seaworthy. All the furnishings were built inside the ship, since they were too big to be carried on board. Spared no expense.
You say that, but I see a lot of... Look at this wood. Why is it not painted? What about Celine?
She was a ruthless woman, and I'm glad she's gone. Such a waste.
No, no, no. You would say, she was an amazing woman, and I'm sad she's gone. Such a waste. Or you would say she was a ruthless woman, and I'm glad he's gone. Good riddance. Those two sentences don't mix together, you idiot. He doesn't know what compatriot means, and he also doesn't know what waste means.
Farewell, my friend.
You're not my friend. I am out. I need to see my house. That's what I need to see. It's still raining. It wasn't raining out at sea. My God. What have I gotten myself into? Why? Why do these things happen to me?
What is it?
The guards don't do anything, obviously, because they only attack me, never anybody else. They do attack other people. I've seen them kill other people. Including other people that... Huh, that's one approach. My Imperial City house. Now that I've arrived at my new house in the Imperial City, I may want to head over to Sergius Verus at the Three Brothers Trade Goods to secure some furnishings for it. Yeah. Also, I'm taking damage, so that's a bit of a problem. But this is my house. Hi.
Be happy to help you.
You really be not. You really be not. However, I do have a thing for you.
Goodbye.
This is the invisibility one. I'm so sorry.
Be happy to help you.
Be not.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
He does say it in a really weird way, doesn't he? The Helm of Deep Delver. Of the Deep Delver. Interesting things in here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the things that I'm looking for. But that doesn't mean it's a problem, because I'm...
Good day.
Where's your... What? Where's your brother? Excuse me. What? Of course, it's never a good idea to do this. Because then they freak out. Oh, he's in the ceiling. Of course he is. Of course, of course. Hi. Excuse me. Hi.
Tertullian, Sergius, and Cicero, the three Verus brothers. I'm Sergius.
And we met before, but I just need... Excuse me. I need something.
It's my...
You're really the hardest thing to work with.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
They are terrible prices. He sells an Akaviri blade. That's an interesting one. Does integrate armor for 1 million. It is not even that expensive. So, how about... Oh, he sucks at selling things. That's so adorable. Adorable.
You don't expect me to make...
I do expect you to make. But we can work that out.
That's a good deal.
And now I have all the parts for my house.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you, Mr. Veras in the sky. I guess I will see you too. Oh, Oblivion. Oblivion, Oblivion. At least I'm not burning, so it's a good thing. Was that worth it? Why is the stone pitcher on the floor? I don't know. Suppose it was worth it. Oh well, we have a house now that we can sleep in. Not that we had a problem with sleeping in, but anyway, good stuff.
By Azura, by Azura, by Azura! Yes! Oh, great and mighty Grand Champion, is there something you need? Can I carry your weapon? Shine your boots? Back rub, perhaps?
Beat it, kid. I don't need a fan.
Oh, gee.
Pardon me. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I was sent to ask for your help.
Were you? Who are you?
Where are my manners? I'm Ralsa Norvalo. My husband, Gillen, has requested that I find you and ask if you'd assist him.
How can I help?
Normally, I wouldn't approach a total stranger like this, but Gillen seemed so insistent. Please forgive my audacity.
Oh, it's all right. Continue.
Thank you. Gillen always tends to exaggerate, but in this case he sounded earnest, which worries me a bit. He said to tell you that the matter he needs help with is of the utmost importance to the citizens of the Imperial City. You're to meet him at Seradur's house, which is located in the Temple District. He said all will be explained when you get there. That's all he told me to say.
Don't worry, I'll go.
Thank you. I'm sure he'll be pleased. I must go now. Good day to you.
You as well. What an interesting turn of events. People talking to me in the streets of the Temple District, in fact, as I wait for morning. Huh. Which house is it? Is it this one? Seradur's house. Hi.
It's an honor to finally meet you. When I heard you were in town, I just had to send for your help. Your reputation precedes you. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I am Seradur.
Pleased to meet you, Seradur.
Likewise. Sorry to send Gillen's wife to get you in that manner, but it seems safer if we weren't seen on the streets right now. if you'll come with me.
And this quest is written immediately very differently from every other quest. Also, he hates me for some reason. Because it has a normal dialogue, but no choices, interestingly enough. It's very clear this game was designed by many people, and they didn't have chats with each other. They just did quests. Very well, lead on.
Splendid. Watch your step.
I do prefer this type, though. A lot more. What do you mean, watch my step? I prefer this type a lot more than just them talking at me, pretending that I'm having any input, because a lot of characters sometimes just talk at me, and that's the quest. That's them talking at me for a bit.
I'm honored by your presence.
Hi.
Welcome. You're now in the sanctuary of the Order of the Virtuous Blood. Few outside our circle have ever set foot in our hallowed hall. We are, for lack of a better word, defenders. We guard the city from an infestation that plagues it. We are vampire hunters. I'm sure you are familiar with these despicable beings, feeding on the innocent as if they were cattle. Well, this group was formed to combat them. Alas, we are but 3 old men, not able to match the fighting prowess of a vampire. We lack the strength to defeat them in battle.
Really?
Our goal is to root out the vampires that live in our fair city. So far, we've been unsuccessful finding one, until now. It's come to the Order's attention that Temple District resident Roland Genseric is a vampire, and has already claimed one victim. That's where you come in. We want you to slay this vampire, and cleanse the city of his filth before he can feed or kill again.
Roland Genseric, you say?
A few nights ago, I was roaming the city, as I often do, looking for any signs of a vampire. As I headed past Roland's house, I heard a cry. I rushed into the back garden to find Roland struggling with a woman he'd been courting. I tried to intervene, but he was too strong. He threw his lover to the ground and turned his attention on me. Luckily, I managed to run back into the street and escape his grasp. I hid for a while and then returned to the garden. Roland was gone, and the woman was dead. She had 2 puncture marks on the nape of her neck. That's when I realized he was a vampire. The Order needs you to track him and destroy him.
How do I find him?
I would start by searching his home. He hasn't been there for days, so it should be safe. Return to us here if you have questions. We meet at night.
That's pretty good. So we're hunting this vampire.
Vampires are nasty creatures. They drink the blood of others to conceal their true nature. Such trickery makes them difficult to find. You may ask Gillen Norvallo or Greythroat about these creatures as well. They've learned much.
So what about this Roland Genseric?
His home is located in the Temple District, right across the garden from my home, in fact. Ironic, isn't it? Who knows when Roland may strike again? You must hurry.
I must.
This is an unwelcome surprise.
Heard any news lately?
The King and Queen Tavern isn't a bad place to stay if you're visiting the city. My knowledge is at your disposal.
They all have the same voice. Also, they hate me. Why do you hate me?
This better be good.
My god. Yeah, I'm hunting Roland Genseric.
Roland was always a quiet man. It was only recently he'd met that young lady. Poor girl. We must avenge her death.
We must indeed. Vampires are ever so terrible.